Social media as our biggest teacher. Over the last couple of weeks, I'll be honest, I've been binge watching on some Victorian era TV series. Anne Boleyn, Queen Victoria, all of them just pulled me in because there's something in that era. There's something in those stories that are so close to me that give me hope and also give me a sense of desperation for how women lived for many, many years, how our voices were oppressed, how our actions were minimized, how our opinions were not taken into the consideration. And as I watched episode after the episode, I've seen the women, the heroines of those TV series persevere when the public opinion was going against them, persevere when their husbands did not believe them or did not think that their emotions or their feelings or even how they viewed the world and what they wanted to do mattered, that they were crazy. How women were left alone after an emotional outburst only to be told to calm down and to come to their senses in order to show themselves back in the society, so to say. And even though I have never lived in my current life, obviously, perhaps in my past, in the Victorian era, I still feel that the shame and the fear of judgment, we still carry in our bones. We still carry in our consciousness, in the way we stand up for ourselves in today's world. And it can be so hard when the opinion of others dictates who we are, what we should do, what we shouldn't do, how we should dress, how we should think, what careers we should pursue, how many children we should have or should not have, and loads of other things as well. And my intention for the women's circle, the ecstatic dance that I'm running tomorrow, is to clear the feminine lines, is to clear the lines of your mother, is to clear the lines of your father's mother. And if it's meant to be through you, then you must be feeling the enormous amounts of purging that is happening for you at the moment. All the shame that is coming out, the judgments that you are observing, but you are not reacting to, or perhaps already reacting, but noticing, becoming aware of the situations where you want to say no, a firm no, and you don't want to apologize for it. Or perhaps you are saying no and still beating yourself up because you're thinking that, oh, but what the other person will think about it? What if something happens? What if they're not able? Blah, 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 blah. All the savior complex when we want to do right by another, but we forget about ourselves. So I call on you, right? A man or a woman, to release the shame, because we're going into the darkest times of the year right now in terms of the day and light, right? And what I want to say with that is what my son said to me the other day when I drove him home. He was like, "Mom, when is it going to be warmer and lighter, And I said, well, 5 to 6 months. He was, what? How long? I said, well, 5 to 6 months. And he's like, oh my God. And perhaps this is what you may be feeling now too, that the warmer weather will not come soon. The brighter days will not come soon. They will come eventually, but the invitation is to go within, is to dive into those aspects of ourselves, into our family, our ancestral lines that we no longer need, because our shame is not ours. Our fear of judgment is not ours, and we are encouraged, and you have permission to let it go. Give yourself permission to let it go. Do whatever needs to be done. Go swim naked in the sea if you want. Run around the woods. Spend time with your kids in the way that will encourage and foster their memories for many, many years to come. Be who you want to be and do what you want to do, and have those relationships that you have been dreaming about for a very, very, very long time, perhaps. And with that, that's it. I think I've said it all. Thank you for listening. I'm sending love.